Hey ladies, hey! It is July the 2nd. This is the 9th episode of Sheroic Speaks. Ladies, I don't know what's happening, but we are back. I was just getting ready to say again, thank you for showing up tonight. I am Dr. Linda H. Scruggs. Let's jump into this conversation. As I am first thanking all my community partners, thanking our sponsors, Gilead Sciences, Vive Healthcare, for being with us and understanding that a table has been set. And we thank you for showing up. We thank them for showing up with us. One more technicality before I go. I want you to take a moment and share or like Sheroic Speaks. Please share it with another woman, another Black woman who needs to be in this space as we're having unapologetic conversations, as we're talking about framing the whole Black woman. We have a new process. You can share with a woman our new jot form. You can sign up through the jot form, get subscribed to Sheroic Speaks as well as our magazine. I'm going to talk about the magazine in a moment, but stay in touch with us. Number of things are still happening. We're starting to do some Sheroic Live. We're coming to your city. We don't know when. I know we're coming into Dallas in August. We'll get the date later. We'll be in Dallas in August. Please share the jot form. Share the link. You fill it out. You know me, I love contacts. So when you send it to a sister, if she refers you, there's a place to say, where did you get this? And she puts your name and phone number in it, you're going to be put in a special raffle, a $50 raffle. On the first show will be August. In August, we're going to do our first one. So you have all month to get Black women connected to Sheroic Speaks. They'll get the magazine, digital magazine, as well. They'll get announcements and you'll get reminders, so you'll be with us. So if you're looking this on the rewind because you missed it live, you need to sign up so you can get that. While I'm talking about Sheroic the magazine, just in case some of y'all didn't know, Sheroic is a brand. This is not just a podcast. We are a Black girl movement. And we are launching our 1 year anniversary magazine is out there. I am so happy to announce it. Oh my goodness. I don't know what even all to say. It is incredible. I think we're going to put up another link. I think that's the wrong link that I see, but we will give you a link to the 1 year anniversary in a little while. But it is incredible. We are excited to do this. After 1 year, we don't issue every month. It's a digital magazine, but it's where we continue to elevate your story, elevate your greatness, elevate the good work that's happening across this country with Black women. I am so excited because after 1 year, we have not always been able to do this work, and to be able to share Sheroic in this manner. We're really excited. So we'll drop the other link in. You'll be able to pop the QR code, whatever you need to get it. Sheroic Live, if any of the team is on, ladies, please drop it in. I'm going to move right to what we're talking about tonight, everybody. I'm going to take a breath. Sisters, sisters, sisters. Sisters, sisters. I really wanted to, I played with counseling or changing this evening's title because I was afraid that this title would be too heavy for some folks. I got my gloves right here. I got my gloves. If I need to put my gloves on, it ain't gonna get messy, but I am gonna talk some real truth. I'm gonna say some stuff. Again, nothing to mess anybody up, but it really is to just make sure that I'm not being, as I said, it's not anti-American. I'm not being not a patriotic. I just want to talk about how Black women have spent enough time for generations making other people comfortable and not asking ourselves what questions that really matter. I've asked myself, what does it really matter? 4thULie is in 2 days. I haven't celebrated 4thULie in its traditional way probably for about a decade now. And I just don't believe I'm the only Black woman they have decided not to celebrate 4th of July, and are still not celebrating America's 250th. She hasn't been good to me. I had worried about the people we concerned about what I said, but you know what? I'm going to be unapologetic. I am not anti-American. I'm not against patriotic. I'm not. I'm really not. I celebrate America. I am a proud American. I'm not against fireworks. I'm not against families. Y'all do your cookouts. Get y'all some ribs, some turkey. I like vegan sausages, some chicken, baked beans, watermelon, cobblers, salad, whatever you want. I'm not against any of that. I love it when families come together. But I'm also not against hope. Hope is the root of who I am as American. America, have created some promises, has created some dialogues, and it says that it's including me. It says it's for we the people. But I'll tell you, and I'm cool, I know that when they wrote we the people, they weren't talking about us. This ain't the same America that it was 250 years ago. Who I was as a child is not who I am as a 61-year-old. I've learned some things, so I do some things better. If America, she's had 250 years, and it's like everything in life. We go a little further, we step back. So we're in a step back moment. I hope things get better. I have a hope and a belief that America would do right by Black women, by Black people. I've come to know better. If I really want to celebrate and be honest, can you wave an American flag and still know that it's truth? Can I love this country and still be challenged that she has not kept her promise to me? I believe we can. We live life every day with all kinds of flags being flown, and we don't believe in them, or we don't recognize them. We see them, but do they really illuminate the message that they say that they would do? Is the truth about America is that she has forgotten that I exist? No, she hasn't forgotten. She's choosing. There's a conscious decision happening against acknowledging and doing the work with Black women. Because we're doing the work. Cis and trans Black women are doing the work. They're putting the battle in. From Maine to Washington, from Southern California to Florida, from LA to New York to Washington, D.C., and everywhere between. Black women are doing the work. So it's not that I can't believe it. I'm holding her responsible. So I only celebrate when there's things good. As a parent, I ain't celebrate my children when they didn't do things right. I don't celebrate somebody run me over. I wouldn't celebrate that. That's not something good. So why would I take the time to celebrate when she's not being loyal to us? And again, this is not about enemies. I'm not speaking negative on anyone, any political. It's not a political conversation. This is a Black girl's conversation. I came down into the office today. I ain't at home. I am in my office with you. Why? Because I want you to know that this is real talk. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I am holding America accountable. It's what you said. I didn't write the book. I didn't write the Constitution. I didn't write those things. But I want you to know, every 4th of July word you hear, 4th of July. When you hear the word 4th of July, and you can say it the way you say it, my sister taught me the 4th of July. But when you hear that date and that day is coming up, tell me, drop in the chat. What word come to your mind? Drop in the chat when you hear the word, it's coming, it's in 2 days. What word comes to mind for you? When we read about it, when others talk about it, they talk about freedom. They talk about liberty. They talk about justice. They talk about independence. All of these are beautiful words, powerful words. But tonight, I ask you a real big girl question. Is that the America you know? When you think about 4thULie, is it about freedom, Black woman? Is it about liberty? Is it about justice? Is it about independence? It's a day off. I see you. It's a day off. But that's not why they created it. What are we doing? Why would I determine that they have determined freedom? When that happened 250 years ago, that wasn't freedom for me or my people. Now, be not mistaken. I'm glad they won the freedom. I'm glad they won the war. But how many more decades, centuries has it taken for them to realize that we are part of the people? We are the people. We are an inclusive. And there has to be equity in her. I want us to really talk. Freedom is more than fireworks, ladies. I know every city, every township, every county, all over the country is getting ready to start. And some of you, and again, I ain't against fireworks. Sparkles, do your fireworks. That's not what I'm talking about. But I want to talk about some real talk as we think that we're confused about celebration. With this celebrating America, why is it significant? Is it worthy of a reflection? Is it worthy of our gratitude? I'm going to say I'm going to say me. I ain't going to say all, because I can't speak for all Black women. Is it worthy of my remembering the extraordinary sacrifices of Black people, of Black women? But it also is another question. Has freedom really reached everyone equitably, equally, equitably, or equally? Has it reached us? Because as a Black woman, I would tell you no. I would tell you no. Almost every day I go somewhere. Almost every day I interact with the non-equal spaces somewhere. Not every day, but almost every day that I breathe, that I'm somewhere, I'm faced with someone in the beauty of this skin, the beauty of my Blackness. Unapologetically, I don't care anymore. I'm living unapologetic because I'm tired of America. I'm tired of her history. I'm tired of being complacent in America. It's not okay. It's not just, again, I'm going to keep saying this. I love this country. I have the wonderful privilege of being raised in a military family. I've had the wonderful privilege of traveling many states, almost all the states in the United States. I've been into multiple countries and continents. But I tell you, I always look forward to coming home. I look forward to the hope that I'm coming to America. No pun intended. I'm coming to America, Eddie Murphy, no pun intended. But there's nothing like coming back home to America. I love this country. I believe she desires to love me. But yeah, one bad apple can spoil a bunch. If it stays there long enough, it will spoil the bunch. But because this country history have not always loved Black women, I have hope. I look beyond what I see. I have raised my children beyond what I see. As a grandmother and a great-grandmother, as a mentor, as a mentee, I hope for America, her to wake up and see that we are the people. We're part of the people. We've helped build this nation entirely. For the first century, without any residue, without any recall, any notice, any accolades, any acknowledgement. We built this nation with the scars on my ancestors' back. We built this nation with bricks, with hay, with wood. We ran and laid railroad tracks. We built and we architect so much of this nation. Our ancestor works the fields. We have raised their children. We have cooked their meals and not poisoned them. We've cleaned their homes. We've created its music. Every genre of music we hear comes from the motherland. It comes from us. We've protected its democracy. Why? Because we love this country. In spite of, we as Black people have unresolved hope. We have led its movements. We've started its businesses. It had ideas. It has finances, but it handed it to us to vision and to bring birth to it. We founded churches all over this country. We have founded mosques, so many other faith assemblies all over this country. We've taught in their classrooms and their universities. We've made life incredibly interesting. We've made life beautiful. We've birthed their children. We've nursed the sick. And in the midst of all that, we've healed our families, generation upon generation. As we're building and taking care of America, we're still healing our families of generational harm, generational abuse, generational damage. And it wasn't by mistake. They don't need to apologize because it wasn't a mistake. It was a framework of intent. But just as we have grown, and as I said, when I was a child, I did the things of a child. As an adolescent, I did the things of an adolescent. I remember the first time buying a nice handbag. I had become an adult. I remember my first car. I was looking at responsibility. So as we come forward and we look at the great gifts that America has given us, it has not been too long. It has not been too long that we have fought in the streets. And some days I wake up and wonder, when is the street fight going to start again? We have received many gifts from America, but we have not received the promise. I'd rather have the promise than the gift. You have allowed some spaces. I was saying that early in Sheroic, there wasn't a table for Black women. And me and my colleague, my BFF, Vanessa Johnson, there wasn't a table for us. We went and built the table. And I believe because we built this table, we built it without motive, we built it without intent of harm, and we have seen you and so many pour your tears up to the table. There was a need for a Black woman's table. Not messy, just truth. Talking about health, talking about wellness, talking about soul searching, talking about spirit spaces, talking about what creates us to be this beautiful Black woman that we are. I just can't imagine. What would America look like if it stopped giving us gifts and keep her promise? What? Drop in the chat. What's one America promise would you like her to give Black women? Y'all drop in the chat. Because this is not about being bitter. America has some promises for us. This is just our history. They can take it out of the schools. They can take it out of the libraries. It is our responsibility to be the storytellers of our truths. It is our responsibility. Fannie Lou Hamer spent her life reminding America, I love this, that none of us are truly free until all of us are free. So I don't care what your bank account say, your bank account don't make you free. Your job title don't make you free. Because you got Wi-Fi don't make you free. As Black Americans, until all of us are free. Black women, until all of us. I said earlier, cis and trans. Y'all know I don't even say that. I said that just in case somebody was questioning. When I say women, until all Black women are free. Because one thing for sure, if you free a Black woman, Harriet showed us, didn't you? If she get free, she going after her people. Don't look back and close your eyes. If you've gotten to another level, grab a sister's hand. Be like Harriet. Take some risk. Take some challenges. I have had the pleasure of speaking all over the world, and I still get nervous when I talk. I still bring women into the spaces with me to help calm my space. I can just imagine the horror that Harriet went through. I can only imagine it. She didn't do it, I'm sure, as bold and bad as she was. She had some reservations, but she did it anyway. That's what living unapologetically out loud is about, ladies. Living your truth. Whatever the universe, the creator, whatever you call that being that has created and made you who you are, if it gives it to you, do it. If it gives it to you, do it. It is our space not to own their mess. It is not our space to ensure that other people are comfortable with us continuing ancestry and generational later, celebrating what's not for us, celebrating the harm. Ain't nobody acknowledging that. And they're not going to apologize. I said it. It was not a mistake. You apologize when you make a mistake. If you're not sorry, why would you? It wasn't a mistake. It was by intent. Do me a favor again. Drop in the chat. The word, when you hear the word freedom, since we're talking Fannie Lou Hamer talked about freedom. When you hear the word freedom, what's the first word comes to your mind? When I say freedom, drop in the chat. Tell me what comes to mind to you. It's such a simple word, just a couple of them. Is it peace? Is it safety? Is it rest? Is it joy? Is it healing? I see some of you. I see it. Black women. Freedom is available to us. And even if we don't get it from her America, we have to tap into our own truths and tell our truth. That if we don't get the promises from America, what do we promise ourselves? Let's tell the truth. Let's tell a Sheroic truth. Black women have been called resilient for generations. And our resilience, we're beautiful. We started everything with a smile. Yes, keep dropping them. We need to ask ourselves, ladies, what was we created? Why was we created with this much resilience? What was it about being a Black woman that the creator, that God, the universe, again, I'm going to whatever your being is. What was it? Why was we created with this? We have not just, and I didn't even go to our ancestors. That's just me and you talk. I share with you, I'm 61. Why was I created to come through my mother's womb? My first experience of trauma is going through my mother's birth canal. Being in a family, early on, my father, biological father, brokenness, experiencing incest and not being mad, being raped twice, not being mad, living on drugs here and there, not being, that's the resilience. Graduating high school with low literacy, resilience. Working, hustling, resilience. Going to school at 40 years old, married, children, resilience. Trying to live under poverty level like I'm okay. I'm not okay. Trying to make ends meet out of no ends meet. It's only fat. It's not no meat left. Why was we created? So sometimes I'll ask again, why are we celebrating the traumas, the work that we had to do? That someone said, y'all just strong black women. But do you understand what this strength came from? Do you understand what this cost her? The next time someone say you're a strong black woman, ask them, what do you think it cost me? Why did you say that? What do they see? What did they hear? We're not just surviving systems. We're surviving life. We're surviving each other. And I'm just talking about America now, y'all. These systems, this stuff that they put together. They're giving us a few gifts, a few crumbs. They've invited us to a couple tables, but they have not kept their promise. They haven't kept their promise. We have protected her with the blood of our sons and daughters. We protected her with the blood of our grands and great-grands. We protected her with the blood of our ancestors. And we are admired for being strong. They don't know how we did it, how we do it. I was looking at one of the Facebook posts and they was asking people about it just to be black for a day. And nobody wanted to be black for just a day. I had to be black for 61 years. And we could not, it was so funny. I'm like watching all these, I don't even know the guy's name. He's asking people, could you just his friends? Like, what it was, because they're having positive conversations. They're our allies, they say. But they wouldn't be black for a day. That's interesting. That's like celebrating someone who can swim and at the same time pushing their children or pushing their neighbor into the deep end and don't know they can swim. How many of you have been pushed in the pool, been pushed into something, and no one saw, did you know the rhythm to swim? No one saw that you were suffering. No one saw that you wasn't even floating. Are they pushing you in and asking you to celebrate 250? They're pushing you in and asking you to come to the cookout. I'm so tired of the folks on Facebook talking about, oh, they can come to the cookout. They can't come to the cookout. They can't come to the cookout unless they're real about protecting us. If we protected them, when does resilience really admire that I see them coming for us the way we come for them? We have raised their children and done more for their children than we even had means to do for ours. We've taken good care of America. I know somebody might be saying, Dr. Scruggs, the America today is not the America of my grandmother. Just think back for a second. Think back to your grandma, your nana. What would she say about America today? When we see all this craziness that we're going into, after the 60s, what we went through from 60 to 75, I'm just going to stop at 75 for a moment, right? Because it was 76 when we celebrated another celebration, right? So I'm going to stop at 75. We as a black people had come so far. Something happened. When I think about my grandmother, where she was, and my grandfather in the 60s and 70s, what would they say? How would they help us? What happened? America, you are reliving a cycle. But this time, resilience will not be on Black women. Resilience is for you. We're not sitting any longer. We're not waiting. We're not asking for permission. Because when we work your systems, you find small side tables for us. It's like at Thanksgiving, my family call it the day of thanks. Again, not Thanksgiving, same thing, same concept, right? But the kids' table, we don't want you to make no more kids' table for us. Black women building their own tables. We're creating our own spaces. We're talking about supporting our own businesses, supporting each other. I would like us to get to a place where we're buying each other's stuff. If you're a crafter, if you're a seamstress, drop it in. Let us know. Contact us at Sheroic@ribbon3.org. Be a free marketer. Advertise. We need to start supporting each other. It's your work. I just said it, so I'm going to have to do it. If you contact us, if you're selling something, you have a small business, you're an entrepreneur, let us figure out whether it's in the magazine, whether it's on the podcast, whether it's in Sheroic Speaks on Facebook, our Facebook page. Let us start dropping in because I want us to be resilient with each other. What would that look like if we keep talking about changing and moving the Black dollar? Somebody had their big sale last week online. Everybody was ordering, shipping was coming. Why? It was their big sale week, right? What happens if we really shifted the Black dollar? And that would be something to celebrate. That would be something to shout out. Let's have a cookout because we're buying each other's stuff. We're building each other houses. We're building each other, getting them cars. What would that look like? I'm going to keep going, y'all. I only got a few minutes. I'm going to tell y'all to get ready for the raffle in a couple minutes. I believe my grandmother would be amazed. I believe she would be amazed. I believe she would be disappointed, but she would be amazed that Black women are standing up. I believe she's part of a generation of Black women that stood but didn't stand up as always as strong and as many of us. There were a lot of Black women that stood up, but the collective of Black women standing up today is different. I think she will be amazed. I could almost see her saying, "You ain't nervous, you ain't scared, I ain't scared." What else can you do, America? What else can you do to her? You've done it. Now we're creating a new place, a new space. It's not enough, to just have progress when we still keep losing. But here's the truth. Is some better than none? Better isn't always equable. Progress isn't always what we see and what we experience. It isn't justice. It isn't always justice. Representation isn't always liberating. We have a lot of Black women in Congress, in state houses, in mayorships, but we are not free. We're not liberated. All right, baby, get you that t-shirt. That's right. It's not enough, y'all, to have one Black CEO. While thousands of us still struggle. CEO Harriet, go back and get your sisters. Help them. They ain't going to take your job. Help them to become the CEO. Coach them. One of the things I love about Ribbon, Vanessa and I have spent a lot of time teaching Black women how to start nonprofits, how to do what we didn't know how to do. We're getting ready to celebrate 14 years, and I know it's by the grace of God. That's why we keep giving back. We don't want to be out there by ourselves. We know you got some. Call us, email us at Ribbon at Sheroic3 at Ribbon. You want some coaching? We'll give. We don't know everything, but we are responsible. It's not enough to have one CEO when so many of us, thousands, are still struggling. It's not enough for me to have my benefits when you don't have health care. How do we make sure freedom? Everybody needs health care. If you are breathing, ladies, breathe. You need health care. You need proper health care. You need good health care. I don't care how much it costs. You need health care. It's not enough that we have one vice president that's been a black woman. And so many others are still dying. So many others are still in pain. And we saw what they did. And I ain't just talking about I'm gonna talk about the black men too. Because you was part of the problem. I ain't apologizing. You was part of the problem. Look what you got. These are two realities. We can, we will, we have to. We have to be heroic. We have to see our truths. We have to be heroic, and we have to walk in rooms uncomfortable. But what I found out, every room I walk in uncomfortable, if I take me, with me, in that room, I've learned to be okay with them being uncomfortable. I'm only telling truths. I'm only doing what I can do. I'm only doing and speaking what we need, and not even what Linda needs. Not just what I need, what she needs. That's what we're doing. I want to talk about health for a minute. Y'all know, because our foundation is health. Health is freedom. I said this a second ago. Health is freedom. Imagine walking in the hospital or getting carried in the hospital, getting wheeled in the hospital. However you get to a hospital. Imagine if you went into the hospital and nobody asked you for a card. And what if they asked you for a card, but your card didn't determine based on the numbers of the colors? You just was able to get care. Affordable access to health care is a human right. It should be American right. That I have built her. I have built her. I have done my due to ensure that America, the blood from my ancestors, have done its due. We should be able to get health care, y'all. Medication. What medication costs access? What health care is freedom. Housing is freedom. Now, I understand there will always be a level of homelessness. Because I'll tell you how I know this. I know some people who live on the streets. And not because they don't have access to a house. That's about mental health. There's some folks on the streets who can't go into the house. But imagine if they changed their mind or they got some treatment and they was ready to go into a house. But for the thousands that would go into a house, housing is health care. Housing is freedom. Healthy food, access to healthy food is freedom. Not having to eat and feed your children out of the corner store. Having healthy produce, foods, meats, vegetables. That is freedom. And having them as affordable. That's freedom. America, stop giving us gifts and keep the promise. Having a car in America, y'all, is freedom. Whether you live here in Maryland, where there is bus stops, subways, still having a car is freedom. If you live in rural communities, you need a car. It's freedom. Just imagine if we created a system that allowed affordability and access to our very basic needs. That's something to celebrate, America. How are you preparing? And I'm just saying it because Black women take care of communities. We are the village keepers. So if I'm taking care, I'm making sure they have the tools to access these things that we need just as basic Americans. And then I will celebrate. Then I will be joyful. Then, only then. Freedom is having the right of good education. Having the right to free education. Having the right to free colleges. Having the right to do what? To do what we said we would do with America. We will help her. We will grow her. We will take care of her. America, stop playing. That's all. Give me something as a black woman to celebrate. Our children to be able to walk down the street. Some of y'all remember when y'all was kids. When I'm talking us, I'm talking to my generation now, old young people. I remember going 2-3 blocks on my bike and not worried about my mama. Was worried that somebody gonna snatch me. The crime, pedophilia, it's crazy out there. But that's part of we are not taking care of people. If we take care of the promise, if we keep the promise, people needs in health and mental health, traumas, we will have them still. We will have crime still. Come on. In Genesis, Cain and Abel, crime. All through in every synagogue, every whatever you read, there's somewhere crime has happened. So I'm not saying crime won't happen, but I do know if we had something in our communities for some of those young people, they would find a different way. If we had a teacher that was making enough money to have the resources and have the resources that they need, 2 and 3 teachers per classroom. Imagine that. Imagine a class of 30 kids with a teacher and 2 aides. How less tired she would be because she has helpers, and how much help would be available for every student who might need a little extra help. I'm just saying, just imagine America. This is what I want to celebrate. To me, that's what I want to celebrate. Freedom could only be heard. Coretta Scott King reminded us that every generation must continue to work to be free. I'm doing my part. I ain't celebrating shenanigans. I ain't celebrating mess. Are you doing what you need to do, black woman, to ensure freedom? I have a great grandson named Davion. I'm crying out for Davion. I imagine I'll have some more grandkids or great grands or great great grands. If I don't see it, my grandmother didn't see this. My grandfather, who loved me, and I love my granddaddy, he didn't see this. He was the first person I remember speaking into my life, telling me that there was something for me. That was him speaking freedom, the desire of freedom. Who are you speaking into? Every generation do better. We raised our children better than our last generation. My grandfather was one generation outside of slavery. He has scars to show that he had not learned to change. He raised his children, my mother and siblings had scars. My mother's another generation. We don't have scars from whippings, from belts, from wood, but we have scars. I raised my children with another level of less scars. We are reaching and seeking freedom. What do we do? Do me a favor, sister. I'm going to go for a second. I'm going to leave freedom alone for a minute, but I want you to do me a favor. Fill in the blank. Fill in this system. Go into the chat. I'm going to write the whole sentence you want. You can write a word. Freedom feels like. You complete the sentence. Freedom feels like. I want you to go in the chat, go in the comments. Freedom feels like. Fill in the blank, add a whole sentence, the rest of the sentence you want. I want us, let's create our own definition. I'm going to put all of it together and I'm going to put it up on Sheroic Speaks on Facebook. Freedom feels like. You can say freedom feels like, for me, Dr. Linda H. Scruggs, it feels like breathing. It feels like not looking over my shoulder. It feels like somebody not grabbing their purse. It feels like peace. There you go. What does freedom feel? Complete the sentence. It could be a word. It could be 4 words. I want us to define, because you know what? Sometimes some people think they know, they don't know. And because we're not mad, we're going to tables, y'all. I don't know how to. Me and my mom was talking about that today. I never been good at being mad. I would fight. That's right, deliverance. I would, as a kid, I would fight. Me and my best friend, other people fight. I'd be like, y'all ready to go outside? Me and my sisters had disagreement. I'd be like, y'all, why y'all ain't responding to my text? I don't know how to be mad because I always feel there's another moment. Even when I was a different person than I am today, I didn't know how to be. So I'm not mad. Yes, freedom feels like no worries. No worries. I see this deliverance, peace, joy. Freedoms feel like sweet relief. Come on. That's Cynthia Rogers down there. That's that. Come on. Sweet release. Y'all know how something sweet is almost peach season. A sweet peach. The nectar. I love it. Ooh, yes. Harmony. The oil in my alabaster box. That's folks who know me know that's my favorite part of the Bible. Yes, that alabaster box. There's healing in that box. Let me stop. Let me stop. All right, y'all keep dropping them in. Um, but I'm not mad, y'all. I ain't celebrating 250, and I ain't celebrating the 4th of July. I want you to go to your cookouts. I want you to go to your families and celebrate, bring them together. But at some moment, I don't know what movie it is. Tyler Perry got a movie where they ring the bell and everybody come to the porch and somebody says something. You ring a bell and you say something. You tell them we ain't here by chance. You tell them something new. If you like me to just gonna be home, send them a text, send them a message. Before we close, y'all, I'm going to go to the raffle. Please, I see y'all dropping. Drop your name down in the raffle. We're going to pull a name. Drop your name in the chat, in the comments. My team is in the back. We're going to pull a raffle. Last month, I raffled with, I saw Michelle. She was Michelle out of New York. Please, if we call your name when the raffle, you will get a gift package. Sometimes we're sending out Sheroic swag. Sometimes we're sending out feel-good gift packs. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. So please drop your thing into the chat. Before we go, I want us to think about again the title of this show, because y'all don't be messing it up. I don't want nobody to get it wrong. Am I the only black woman not celebrating America's 250? Noah, 4th of July. Again, I'm not saying I see y'all. I'm not anti-American. I'm pro-truth. I'm pro-black. I'm pro-black woman. I'm pro-freedom. And I don't think America has kept her promise to black women. So while we're waiting on her to keep her promise, I want you to know we got to keep showing up. Don't get weary. Don't be in despair. I want you to keep showing up. I want you to show up on 4th of July and ring a bell. Tell somebody some of the story. We are the story keepers. I was with my mother today. She was telling me a story. I probably heard all of them 10, 15, 20 times. One day, my sons or grandsons, daughters would say, why is he saying that story again? So we don't forget. Listen. Listen. Tell the stories. Tell the stories. You have to tell your story. They don't want the truth to come out. America has not kept her promise to us. So until she has kept her promise, we will not celebrate her. We will ridicule her. We will tell her. We will tell her she is required. She is required. She is required to keep her promise. If not in my lifetime, in my daughter's. I am holding her accountable. Sisters, I'm holding you accountable. I'm holding you accountable. You be the voice. You be the change. You be the difference. If I could quote my mother from earlier today, my mom said, my mother's funny, y'all. My mother said, what is the use of putting on your shoes on the wrong feet? Some of y'all know I got a wrong feet story. What's the use of putting your shoes on the wrong feet if you're going to make a U-turn and go the right way? Ladies, make sure you get your shoes on the right feet. Go forward. I am Sheroic. You are Sheroic. Our raffle winner today is Regina. Regina, will you please email us at Sheroic at ribbon3, the number 3.org. Please, we'll reach out to you. We'll have you. Please, Regina, please reach out to us at Sheroic at ribbon number 3.org. Thank you, y'all. Celebrate. She won. That's right. She won tonight. It may be you. Remember, ladies, before we go, the dot form is out there. Subscribe. You see the QR code. The magazine. I'll make sure that we get everything to you as well. We celebrated our issue, 1 year issue of Sheroic magazine. We are excited. Ladies, before you leave, you know what I'm going to ask you to do. As I am Linda H. Scruggs, please scan that QR code. It takes you right to the article. Let me see if I can show y'all the cover. I'm so excited about this daggone magazine. Not because we on the cover of it. I'm excited because it's about Black women. On you subscribe to the magazine and Sheroic podcast, the same form. Tell us who you want to hear from. Tell us what stories you want to hear, what you want to talk about. If you got something you want to say, you got a movement, you got a product, tell us in the jot form. So that's the way. If you subscribe, talk to us. When I tell you, some of the ladies can tell you, we answer the emails. Every email gets answered from somebody from Ribbon. We will respond to the jot forms. If you know influencers, or she don't even got to be an influencer. If she's a Black woman saying something, you say, you know what? I need Dr. Scruggs to be talking to her because I need other women to hear her. Call us. Let us know. Email us or go to the jot form and tell us who. This is your show. We're hosting it. I'm your host, but this is for you. We are Sheroic. We are Sheroic. We are Sheroic. I am Dr. Linda H. Scruggs. I'm your host. I can't wait to see you on August the 6th. I'll probably pop in on Facebook before then. But if not, ladies, please have a Sheroic month intentionally. Please drop into the chat. You know, I'm going to ask you to say it. I am Sheroic because you are Sheroic. Have a great day. Be safe, everybody. That's right. Drop it in the chat. I love seeing it. Own it. Go to your Facebook. Go wherever you go. Tell somebody tonight, I am Sheroic, and let her know she's Sheroic. Share the video. Share the job form. Be part of the movement where Black women speak out loud unapologetically. I love America, but she owes me a promise.